Aarohi was the kind of girl whose heart met suffering before hope, and whose mind kept asking why life tested her so often, unaware that every storm carries the promise of a clearer sky beyond it. When she was young, she believed problems were signs of bad luck. Whenever something went wrong, her first thought was always the same: why does this keep happening to me? If she failed a test, she saw it as proof she wasn't smart enough. If plans fell apart, she assumed she wasn't meant for better things. As she grew up, life to her felt like a series of locked doors. One year, everything seemed to collapse at once. She lost an opportunity she had worked hard for. A friendship she trusted quietly drifted away. Even small daily inconveniences, missed buses, delayed replies, sudden expenses, felt like personal attacks. Aarohi grew tired, not just physically, but mentally. She began to expect disappointment before anything even happened. One evening, while helping her aunt clean out an old storeroom, Aarohi found a box filled with notebooks. Most were filled with lists and faded memories, but one stood out. It was thin, worn, and clearly used often. Curious, she opened it. The first page didn't have a story or a name. It had a single line written neatly: "A problem is not an enemy. It is a message." Aarohi frowned. She almost closed the book, but something made her turn the page. Inside, she found short reflections, not about how life went right, but about how it went wrong. Missed chances, failed attempts, hard decisions. And beside each entry was a question instead of a complaint. What is this teaching me? What is this saving me from? What can I do differently next time? That night, Aarohi couldn't sleep. The notebook stayed open beside her bed. The next morning, something small happened. Her presentation, which she had practiced for days, was postponed without notice. The familiar frustration rose in her chest. She was about to spiral when she remembered the notebook. Instead of reacting, she paused. What is this message? She asked herself. She realized she hadn't been fully confident in her preparation. The delay gave her time to improve. For the first time, a problem didn't feel like a punishment. It felt like space. Slowly, Aarohi began to experiment with this way of thinking. When she was rejected from a program she desperately wanted, she didn't collapse into self-blame. She reviewed her application, noticed the gaps, and strengthened her skills. Months later, she applied again, stronger and clearer, this time to achieve success. When a relationship ended painfully, she didn't label it a failure. She asked herself what she had ignored, what she had tolerated, and what she truly needed. She realized that this breakup had actually prevented her from getting into a relationship where she would always feel small and ignored. The heartbreak still hurt, but it no longer broke her. The problems didn't stop coming, but something else changed. She did. Instead of standing helplessly in front of obstacles, Aarohi began to walk around them, climb over them, or sometimes realize they were pointing her in a different direction altogether. People noticed. "You're calmer," her friend said once. "You don't overthink anymore," someone else added. Aarohi smiled quietly. She still thought deeply, but now her thoughts worked for her, not against her. Years later, Aarohi started keeping her own notebook. On the first page, she wrote, "Problems don't disappear when life gets easier. They disappear when your thinking becomes wiser." She closed the notebook, knowing that one day someone else might find it, just as she once had, and begin seeing their problems not as walls, but as directions. And perhaps that is how wisdom truly travels, not by avoiding storms, but by teaching us how to read the wind.